Welcome back to another Film Geek Movie Spotlight. Today I'm talking about the 2001 film, Millennium Actress.
Oh, madam, we were talking about the earthquake this morning. It was such a big deal.
It certainly gave me a scare. I really thought that my time had finally come. How do you do? I'm Chiyoko Fujiwara.
This is a special and momentous day. We are so deeply honored to be in your gracious presence.
There's no need to be so formal.
Millennium Actress is directed by Satoshi Kon, and it tells the story of an aging actress who's telling her story to a documentary team. But her story of her life and the story of her film start to kind of intertwine due to her age and possible dementia. Millennium Actress is the second film directed by Satoshi Kon, and his first original work. Unlike Perfect Blue, this film is not adapted off of any other previous works. This is the first time that Satoshi Kon is able to express his own original ideas. The script writing for Millennium Actress started with one sentence from Satoshi Kon. An old woman who was once touted as a great actress is supposed to be recounting her life story, but her memories get confused and the various roles she played in the past begin to blend into it, creating a tumultuous story. This film is also the last film that Satoshi Kon did in a traditional animation style. From this point on, his works were all done using digital animation. So what do I like about this movie? Well, first off, I want to talk about the animation in this film. It is downright gorgeous. And you know me, I've said it before, I am an absolute sucker for hand-drawn animation. And this being Satoshi Kon's last hand-drawn animated film, I am in love with this movie. I think the animation is absolutely gorgeous in this film and beautifully done. The film is so colorful. It is amazing to me knowing that this is a traditionally animated film with just how bright and vibrant everything is. Now that could be because I do watch this on the Blu-ray copy that I have, so in the high definition it may be making that color pop a lot more. I don't know, but this is an absolutely beautifully drawn film. The use of animation also makes this story just so much deeper. It allows Satoshi Kon to do so much more with the backgrounds and the shifting, the transitions between scenes. There's a really beautifully animated scene that just kind of goes through different films and phases through the woman's life, and it happens very fast. It's something that could just not be done in a live action film. The story in this is also so good. You're not really getting just one story out of Millennium Actress, you're actually getting two, because you're not just getting the story of this actress's life, but you're also getting to see the story of Japanese cinema in general. This woman was pretty much in every movie in the past. You're also getting to see a little bit of the history of Japan from the eyes of the actress herself. The film is just so good. The story, the acting, the voice acting, I'm not quite sure who everyone is in the film. I enjoy watching both the subtitled version and the dubbed version. I think they're both really good to watch. The reason I like both is the voice acting in the subtitled, even though I don't understand the Japanese, it's still very emotional and it really adds a nice punch to the film. But then it's nice to just be able to watch the film and not have to read anything and take in the beauty. And so the English dub of this film is also really well done. So hats off to both of the voice actors of this film. One last thing about this film too is it is funny. It has some really funny moments. Because of the way that the story is told, the documentary makers will just kind of pop up in the story as she's telling it. So it'll show memories of her, but it could be one of her movies. So all of a sudden they're like on a giant Japanese battlefield, but they're, modern day filmmakers just kind of watching what happens and they're interacting with things. So the director of the documentary really gets into it and starts kind of interacting with her in the films, but the cameraman never does. And so he is just filled with jokes, just like the old what in God's green earth is happening jokes. So, I mean, the film is not just sad and dramatic, it's also funny. It's beautifully drawn. There's so many different levels of things in this film that someone could find enjoyable. I mean, not just the beauty of the animation, but the story itself is great. The characters are very lovable. They're great characters. You really like everybody. The cameraman is, yes, he is pretty much the comic relief of this whole story, but he kinda is us. The cameraman in this is literally us watching this movie and just trying to figure out what in the hell's going on, but being thoroughly entertained the entire time. So if you're in the mood for an animated, emotional roller coaster ride, don't worry, it is out there and you can find it. Luckily, this is not too awful hard to find. There is the Blu-ray copy that you can get, like myself, if you want to purchase this film. But it is streaming for free with commercials on Pluto TV. If you don't want to watch commercials, it is on Crunchyroll for subscribers. And then if you want to rent the film, you can also find it for rent on YouTube, Vudu, and Google Movies. Well, okay, guys, that's all I have for you today. Thanks again for checking out the Film Geek. If you liked what you saw here today, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, ring that bell for notifications, and give me the old thumbs up so I know you like what you're seeing. And if there's one more thing you can do, folks, that is keep watching movies. You know I'm gonna.